what I say here is me just talking like I'm chatting to myself. Truly, these audio recordings started as a form of a note to myself, as a reminder for me. This is for me. This started off for me, and it still is for me. However, I've shared this because maybe there is something here that you can resonate with or take away with, or you just like to study people. You just love to see how other people's brains work. And therefore, now this is here. What you do with this, what you do with what I say is not my responsibility. I have no control over you. I have no power over you. You can always click out. You can always leave. You can always choose to not subscribe, not like, not comment. And you definitely don't have to take anything that I say and apply it to your life. You are in control of you, and therefore you are responsible for you, your actions, your thoughts, and your experiences. So, proceed with caution. Take things with a grain of salt. And for the love of not getting my ass caught up in trouble, use some discernment with the things that I say. What works for me is not guaranteed to work for you. This is a tailor-made life that I live. Tailor-made, customized, and personalized for moi. And I'm just telling you about it. So thank you for being here, and thank you for listening, and thank you for having the authority over your own self to do with this as you are choosing to be responsible to do with it. Okay, so I just want to record this because I just said all of this great, amazing information, and yet it was not recorded because I'm on a stream of consciousness right now. But I was talking about this last bit that I was talking about. I was talking about how you can be talking to someone. Like, there are so many ways to understand whether or not you're going to like being around someone and enjoy being in someone's company, and whether this is safe for you and good for you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the truth of the matter is like, inauthentic people cannot lie. They cannot hide. They cannot. They tell on themselves. Like, they can be a master manipulator and a master liar. But the thing that catches them up is their energy and their aura, always. Their words can be so smooth and so great, and they didn't flip or twitch or have a physical telltale about their lying when they talk, right? They can be smiling and charming and beautiful. They can look great, smell great. They can have all of these tools that are part of their manipulation to sway your attention away from the actual other telling signs about what their intentions are and who they are and what they've come to do. They are trying to mask as much as possible. But at the end of the day, there's just way too many places to seek out information about a person that something's going to slip through the cracks. And it's about you, the person on the other side of this interaction, being a keen observer and being willing and open to accept all information, including information you don't actually want or like to hear, in order to know what you need to be processing so that you can go about processing it and making a wise choice for yourself. Ask the hard fucking questions. Get the fucking answers you don't necessarily like. Ask them. Like, oh, I don't really want to know the answer to this question. Why? Why would you not want to know the answer to this question? Oh, because there's a chance I'm not going to like the answer. And shouldn't that inform you? If the answer that you don't like, shouldn't that inform you about what decisions you should be making? It should inform you about whether or not you genuinely like this person or can trust this person or feel safe with this person or you're compatible with this person. You guys have the similar values, compatible morals, compatible beliefs, compatible goals. That's what this should be telling you. And if the answer is no, why would you want to stick around and be with people where the answer to those questions are no? Why would you want to stick around and be with someone who authentically, being themselves, you don't actually like and enjoy being around? That's a question for you to answer in therapy. And that actually gets me to what I ended up talking about. But yes, energy doesn't fucking lie. Someone's emotional state can be doing a lot because the first thing the body does, like, in my experience, this is just me, this is how my human design is made up, but I'm an emotional person. We are all emotional beings. So I assume, like, to some degree this is true for everybody, but how much of this is significant in their life is going to be different. But we're emotional beings, and the first place we feel any experience is in the body. Our body receives that information before our mind does, because our body doesn't have all these filters on it. It's just like openly receptive to every fucking thing. It is our mind that's going to take that information and try to put filters on it in order to process it. Our mind processes information through filtering for information, different information. You get to place what filters on there you're looking for. That's also going to determine, like, what you see and what you don't see is what you're filtering for. So, back to the body. Therefore, where we first express ourselves is through the body too. We respond first through our body to the environment, to the situation that's happening around us. Then our mind kicks in. That's why some people fucking freeze the fuck up. That's why I freeze up. That's why some people go into fight mode. That's why some people go into flight mode. Your body is literally trying to make a decision, and based on what your body is wired to do and what it's experiencing, this, that, third, and the other, like, that's what your body is going to be trying to do. Now, you might have to mentally kick yourself to go some way in the third, in the fourth, in the fifth direction, but your body is going to respond. And because the body doesn't have filters when it's coming in, the body also doesn't have filters when it's coming out. Your mind is that filter. So there are people who try to work on their physical signs and tells that they are, in fact, not, what they feel isn't in alignment with what they're saying. For sure, right? Like, there's different tales. Is it always true? No, it's not, because you have other things that play into someone's body language. Right? Like, someone could actually not like eye contact. There's a mental disorder, disability, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm not going to act like I'm articulate in political correctness. I'm fucking not. But like ADHD, autism, or something like that. Where one of the signs is, like, those people don't necessarily like eye contact. A lot of people who present with that symptom, they don't like eye contact. So if someone's not making eye contact with you, you can't just automatically assume it's because they're lying, because that could be playing a factor into it. That's a mental filter for them. That is a literal mental filter for them. That's going to mean, like, their body's going to process it different and telling them to do something differently. But ultimately, there are general telltale signs for people who are neurotypical that you can look for. But that said, neurotypical people can also fucking, like, mitigate for that. I knew someone who was a compulsive ass liar. When I tell you she would talk her little ass off, you say one thing, you tell one story, and she suddenly, in that moment, also has a very similar story to you. Like, I did the same thing. That same thing happened to me. Oh, it was so. But then she would take it and run with it. Like, it would be stuff that happened to you in your story, but then she would just, like, go deeper into, oh, mine's this bigger and better story. And I was like, okay, at first I was like, oh, that's cool that we have so much in common. And then the more it happened, the more I'd just be like, first off, what? That is no way possible. My every life experience that I've had, you've had. It's just not fucking possible. It's literally not possible. It's not possible. It's impossible, actually. She would get really detailed. That was another tell for me. She was really good at details. And actually, the fact that she would get detailed was one of her tells. Is that always going to be a telltale sign that someone's being inauthentic? No, actually, it's fucking not going to be. I can tell some very detailed stories. But if every fucking memory you have is super fucking detailed, that lets me know you're lying, because your brain is literally not going to be able to like conjure up all that information so quickly on site. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's why I'm like, yeah, you're lying. That's why I can make sense of that now, to be like, this is why that's a tell. In the moment, I could just be like, you're way too detailed and something's off about that. Honestly, though, it's the fact that it was those two things repeatedly happening. I can articulate in specifics why now those tells are like, no. But in those moments, I really just couldn't pinpoint why her doing that bothered me, but it bothered me. And it wasn't that I couldn't ever have anything of my own and why she always have to be like me. No, that's fine. I think I'm a fucking trendsetter. Oh my God, you're gonna do as I do, because I actually make really good decisions. Crazy, I know, and they reap really good rewards. You would absolutely love to do what I do. You would love that. Not everyone would love that, obviously. But I'm a bit of a trendsetter. I'm a bit of a go-getter. And it works for me. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for fucking you, because it's not really tailor-made for you. And how you operate and what you're going to thrive on isn't going to be what I thrive on. But I get it. You see me doing what I'm doing, and you see me doing well at it. And you're like, should I be doing that? Maybe you should, but also maybe you shouldn't. It's really up for you to discern yourself and to know yourself and figure things out about yourself so that you can have that discernment in your decision-making process. But alas, that was not the reason why I was like, this rubbed me the wrong way. It really had nothing to do with the fact that every experience I had, she had. It really didn't, because I thought it was cool at first. I thought, oh my God, we just have so much in common. That's my twin flame. I don't think I said that. I think she actually threw that in there. But I was going along with the ride. Yeah, we are. Oh my God. Ha 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 ha. No, that woman was just a fucking compulsive liar and master manipulator. And yet, from day motherfucking one, not day one, more like from day motherfucking 3, 4, maybe 5, like a week of close encounters with her, consistent close encounters, shit started feeling off. It started to feel off. I picked up on it. I'd be like, that is so, Every time she opened her fucking mouth now, it was like, something's off about you. And I could not put my finger on it. I confronted her one time, but I did it via text. Lesson learned. Do it in fucking person, because they can't hide their energy that well in person. They can't hide their aura in person. Their aura is going to be doing this thing out here. Confront people in person. Confront them in person. I know, it's so intimidating. It's so intimidating to confront a bitch in person. Some people really can just, they suck even doing it over text, but like I said, these people who've been doing it for so long, who've been lying and manipulating and disguising and masking themselves for so damn long, they get really good over text. Like letting the vague be the vague and leaving your mind to interpret whatever the fuck you're going to interpret. And us, being good human beings, want to believe the best in people. So we're going to think that vagueness means something good about us and good about our relationship and good about that person. We're not going to be like, this is a bad thing. So actually go to that person in person, say what the fuck you gotta say it however the fuck you gonna say it. I was respectful. I was like, hey, I've just noticed this, and she was like, I don't even have the creativity of imagination to lie. Yes, you do. Yes, the fuck you do. You totally have that creativity and imagination. You are an escape artist, if anything, and you literally escape into the world of fiction in your day-to-day life, in your breath-to-breath moments, okay? You do. But I let it slide, and yet that energy never went the fuck away. The entire time I knew her. The entire fucking time I knew her, and then come to find out she is, in fact, a liar. Just be lying about stupid as shit. So when you lie about the small things, then it makes you really untrustworthy to lie, to be believable and credible about big things, big moments, important stuff. And that's what I realized with her. She a damn lie. She crazy. She committed to that. She committed to those lies. She's crazy. She's unhinged. She's unwell. She's traumatized. She's scarred. She literally needs therapy. I mean, but we all do. But she needs it big time, major, immediately, right now. Nonstop. Don't stop. Keep it going till she die. Again, I think we all do. But some people, where it's like, some people need therapy as a form of maintenance. Some people need therapy as a hold your hand and take every step with you type of therapy. And that's the kind of therapy she needs. Because, girl, what the fuck? What the fuck? what the fuckity fuck. And yeah, anyways, so what I actually was finishing the thought on before I was press record, was to say, if you are in a interaction, relationship, experience with a person and something is off, you feel like this is off, I don't like this, something about my body, mind, whatever you're feeling it, wherever you usually feel this feeling of this is off, this is where your intuition lies. This is how your intuition signals something to you. It can be different places of the body. Mine's in my gut. Mine is in my abdomen area, usually the gut. Mine will be like, this is fucking off, because the gut is the second brain. So it's the brain's body. It's the body's brain. That's what I meant to say. But mine's is in my gut. And if something's telling me like, this is off, I don't like it here, just trust that and adjust accordingly. Move the fuck away. Get out of this situation. I was in a situation like that where from day one, I mean from hour one, no shit, of conversation with this person, red flags coming out the woodworks. I'm asking the right questions. And moreover, this person is just revealing their red flags, full face, full frontal, full mode, just going with the red flags. I'm like, damn, like that's a red flag. Do you not know that's a red flag and you just saying this? Like, I am bewildered and flabbergasted and truly, truly shocked that this person is just so forthcoming with their red flags. And I stuck around being in a relationship with that person for far longer than I should have. Like by hour 3, I should have been done. By day 1, it should have been over. It should have been dead. It should have been deaded. I should have never come back. But I stuck around for months, many, many months. And the entire time, I would ask myself these questions and be asked these questions. And literally people would just be like, those are red flags. Leave this person, leave this situation. Both the dead and the undead would be like, why are you here? My own spirit would sit with me and just be like, girl, what are you doing? Why are you here? Why the fuck are you here? And the answer I had was, I don't know. And it frustrated me that I didn't have the answer. And so I thought that I would find that answer by sticking it out in this situation, because the answer would come to me in the situation. It's in this situation that I'm going to find this answer. If that's what the fuck you're thinking, if that is what's happening to you, let me help you understand something. Let me help you understand something. Please listen to this. If you listen to nothing else, listen to this. Your answers are not going to be found just because you are physically in this relationship, mentally and emotionally sitting in this relationship with this person right here, right now. That's not where the answers lie. The reason you're in this relationship is just a pattern of behavior this is a pattern. This is a pattern of your behavior. So this is just one of the puzzle pieces to your pattern. This is just one of the buds, one of the leaves to the plant of this whole entire topic, issue, situation. It is not the root. We are not at the seed. This is not the seed. This is not the root. We are well somewhere else along the stem of this the stem of this plant. And we are now at a bud, a flower bud. And however long you've been in this situation is determining where in the stage of opening and blooming this flower bud is. So get out of the situation. Your body, your mind, your spirit, all of that literally doesn't want to be here. And it's telling you that, and it's been telling you that. Your first plan of action is to get the fuck out. You have the clarity you need. You do not need to make sense of it while being here. You're not going to make sense of it while being here, first and foremost. You're just fucking not, chances are, because all this new information is coming in and it's just jumbling up and confusing you, because it's just actively coming in while you're trying to sit back and process. And what you need to process this information is some distance. Get the fuck out of this situation. Remove yourself from this person and from this environment. Please. Make this your sign. This is the sign. If you've ignored all other signs, let this be the one that allow this. I give you permission to allow this to be the one that gets your ass up and out. Gone. Ghost. Bye-bye. Fade away. Dead it. However the fuck you want to. Get the hell out of there. You don't have to communicate this to anybody that you've done it. The point is you've done it. Chester agrees. So, here's what I found to be true. The reason why I stuck around in a relationship, in a situation that wasn't good for me, that I literally felt miserable about every time we interacted, that made me feel like shit, that I was so unhappy about, had to do with things that had happened years prior, in my youth, in my childhood. And this was just a materialization of what I had chosen as my coping mechanism, or the belief and message that I chose to adopt as true. It was just a materialization of that. It really fucking was. Those are my answers. Now, your answers might be different. Your answers might be sourced from somewhere else, but it's definitely not sourced in that situation. This is a pattern of behavior. What you need to find is, what is the pattern? What exactly is the pattern? What is the behavior that's allowing this to continue? You're constantly seeing it happen. It's constantly being a thing that occurs. Da, 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 da. The problem is you. The problem is, in fact, you. You are the drama in your life. That self-accountability, that pill that I just fucking tried to dole out to you, it's a hard one to swallow. I fucking had a struggling time to swallowing it, and definitely just tried to cram it down your throat. So if you're going to choke on it, I get it. You're not going to choke on it. Let me take it back out. Let me say it like this. You are the only person who lives every day, every year, every moment, every breath, every hour, every thought, and every minute of your life. You alone are the only one who's living the life in the exact way that you have lived it and are living it. You alone. And that is not disempowering. Oh, fuck, no one's going to relate. Hella people can relate. Hella people can relate, but no one's going to be able to know you like you know you. There may be things that people have memories and explanations about things that you've done that you completely forgot about or just didn't resonate or remember. And that's also information you can use. But you're going to have to be the one that uses it to connect it to other things that you alone know about yourself, or very few people know about you. You're going to be the one who has to sit down and look at all the puzzle pieces and put it together to form the picture. Therapy is going to help you do that, because therapy is going to be the one. Therapy is going to be the one to help you answer the why were you there and why are you here. Therapy is. You can start therapy at any point in any way. You ain't got to go see a person. You can therapists literally publish books. Go get a book. Go to the library if you got to do it for the free. Go to the fucking library, get a library card, and find some of these therapy. Not the same thing as a self-help book. I think they might be technically still categorized in self-help, but they're therapists. They're actual therapists with doctors' titles who literally can help you try to start somewhere. If you want to buy the book because you're someone who wants to mark that book up and write inside the book, go to fuck ahead. But for someone who thinks therapy is not accessible, it is. It's fucking accessible. It's quite accessible. Are you going to have the most personalized experience this way? No, but that's okay. You get to start somewhere and you're actually going to make progress. It'll actually be useful and helpful. Congratulations. Go to the library or download the PDF. But the point is you can, in fact, access therapy. If you don't have an internet connection, all right, I'm sorry. You're right. Okay, maybe it's not the most accessible. But if you're watching this video, you got an internet connection somewhere. You got it somewhere. You got it the fuck somewhere. So you're good. You good. That's really all you fucking needed. And some space to download it. Some data. But yeah, you're not going to be in that situation finding that answer. You're most likely not. You could if you started therapy while in that situation. And therapy will literally tell you, first things first, leave that situation. Stop trying to make shit work. You've clearly not made it work. It's not going to work. The problem isn't the situation. The problem is you. And this situation is a problem for you because it's not going to actually be your peace of mind. It's not going to be your joy, and it's not going to be your happiness. It's not going to be your fulfillment. You're going to have to drop this dead weight of a relationship any damn way. So whether or not you want to start therapy before or afterwards, go ahead. But the most immediate relief you can bring yourself is to leave the situation. Done. Done finito. That's what I have to say. Bye.